all local, all morning. You're watching Fox 61 Morning News.
It's alarming, it's concern, and since it's a public awareness, then we need to bring more awareness to these kids.
First at 6, a massive phishing attack targeted thousands of students' emails accounts in New Haven. We'll tell you what the district is saying about it this morning. Happy Thursday. Thanks so much for starting yours off with us here at Fox 61 and Fox 61 Plus America Areas.
And I'm Bridget Buerla. Great to have you here. It is a chilly and cloudy start to the day out there. It's a good day to activate the remote start in your car because there's frost on the windshield, at least for me, Rachel.
Oh, there's definitely frost across the state. We are not the only ones. Temperatures for the most part are in the 20s this morning to lower 30s. So a frosty start with 20s now. We'll be in the mid to upper 40s this afternoon, a very similar feel to yesterday. Temperatures right now 26 degrees in Torrington, 31 in Waterbury, sitting around 34 degrees in New Haven, and 23 now in Willimantic. Winds straight out of the north, anywhere from calm to about 7 miles per hour. This is really as windy as it's going to get around here. It's not going to be a breezy day, particularly overall. Right now on our satellite and radar, a few clouds streaming on in. That actually helps keep the temperatures up just a little bit, believe it or not. So despite the 20s out there, it could have been a little bit worse. Temperatures throughout the day will get up to around 41 degrees at lunchtime. We're in the low 40s rather, with sunny skies after school. After school activities will be just fine. Plan for the 20s this morning for the kids at the bus stop though, so an extra layer might be necessary. 47 degrees in Hamden, 45 in Hartford today. We'll make a run at the upper 40s towards Old Saybrook, 46 in Niantic later on, and heading through the overnight hours back down to the 20s again for our Friday. Friday, first thing in the morning, we're going to increase the cloud coverage. It's going to be a cloudy day overall. Temperatures near 50. There is an opportunity for some rain Friday night into Saturday. We'll have more details on that coming up. As we check in with the roads this morning here at about 6:02, largely quiet across the state with most of the road work wrapping up at this hour. So taking a look at our Fairfield County drive times, from Bridgeport into Fairfield is around 10 minutes. Darien into Westport is around 6, and Trumbull into Westport on the Merritt Parkway is fine this morning at about a 12-minute drive. So minor delays starting to build. Live look outside over in New Haven this morning, just out by Long Wharf, but both directions are looking light, and your drive times from New Haven into Bridgeport looking fine at about 31 minutes. Bridget and Erica.
All right, Rachel, 6:02 is your time. And this morning, New Haven Public Schools is warning families after a phishing attack targeted students' emails accounts, putting some at immediate financial risk.
Yeah, so frustrating. Fox 61's Priscilla Meza is joining us live from Wilbercross High. Priscilla, what has the school district said about this situation? What do families need to know?
Yeah, good morning. Well, district officials say at least 4 student email accounts were hacked, and the scammers used them to send out more than 10,000 emails, phishing emails, to other students. Now, they say more than half the student bodies received at least one of those emails, and about 1,000 students opened them. The goal was to trick students into giving away personal banking information. And the district says some students did fill out the fraudulent forms. IT teams are now scrubbing inboxes, securing accounts, and may require password resets. Now, families are urged to delete suspicious emails, report any information that was submitted, and contact banks if needed. And one parent we spoke to says this is concerning.
It's alarming, it's concern, and since it's a public awareness, then we need to bring more awareness to these kids. Have meetings at these schools and in the auditorium. Let these kids be aware of exactly what's going on and enlighten the parents more and educate. We need more education on this stuff.
Mayor Justin Elicker agrees. He says this highlights a need for better phishing awareness training for students, and we'll continue to check in with district leaders to see what they're saying about the situation and any updates that come throughout the morning. But for now, live in New Haven, Priscilla Meza, Fox 61.
Today in Hartford, a man accused of a deadly hit and run last year is due back in court. That's where the victim's family says that he's going to consider a plea deal. Officers say Clarence Cross hit a Jeep on Franklin Avenue, and that overturned. The driver of the Jeep, Tonique Davis of Portland, died. Police say Cross left the scene but was arrested a short time later. Clarence Cross has previously pleaded not guilty to all the charges against him.
6:04, a man is dead after Bloomfield police say he was hit by a dump truck. It happened just before 6:20 yesterday morning on Woodland Avenue near West Newberry Road. Police say the driver of the dump truck was unaware he hit someone and is cooperating with police. One woman we spoke with who was on her way to work when the crash happened said it brought back painful memories.
I was in a car accident before, and it was so sad for me to see that there, and the fact that we didn't even see like a person, like the person who did it, we don't even know if he was, trying to be responsible.
The road was closed for much of the morning. Police have not told us the victim's name yet, but they are trying to contact family. Police say the driver of the dump truck is not facing any charges. We now know that David Burke Prime Steakhouse at Foxwoods is temporarily closed. Firefighters responded to a fire at the restaurant on Tuesday night. It hasn't been said how the fire started, but we do know that 3 firefighters were taken to the hospital and have since been released. The casino remains open, but the fire is under investigation.
A new audit says that there's a major backlog in the process to appeal a pistol permit denial. The 12-page audit by the Office of Government Accountability looked at the volunteer-led board of firearms permit examiners. Now, the board found 1,200 pistol permit appeals backlogged as of last March. Fox 61 asked the governor about the audit and claims from people who say the slow process denies people's constitutional right to bear arms.
They have a right to do it. We have a right to make sure we go through the process appropriately and the right people are getting access. If it's a staffing issue, I'll work with Ronell Higgins and make sure that we take care of that. If there's a long backlog, I'll see what the cause is.
Fox 61 did reach out to Commissioner Higgins' office. So far, we haven't gotten a comment back. The audit found hearings related to unheard appeals were scheduled up to 2 years after the audit was finished. You can find a full copy of the audit on our website at fox61.com. A motel in West Haven has been torn down to make way for new housing development. The Debonair Beach Motel was built in the 1950s, and it's been an eyesore for years for people who live and work nearby. Now the land is going to be used to build 30 upscale condos. One restaurant owner, Close, says that the site says he's going to welcome the change of view.
I think it's great for business, great for the city, new life is being breathed into it, bringing new residents and hopefully new customers, and the city's really becoming more vibrant and alive again, which is good because for a while, this whole stretch there hasn't been anything on it for a while. We've been like the only thing holding down the corner, so it's good to see new things coming in.
We're told the project could be finished as soon as the spring of 2027.
6:07, the State Public Utilities Regulatory Authority, also known as PURA, rejected a nearly $2.5 billion deal to sell a quarry and water company. The company is owned by Eversource. They wanted to sell it to the Regional Water Authority, where it would be converted into a nonprofit. It would have operated alongside the Regional Water Authority, which goes through its own board, not a government regulator like PURA. In about 30 minutes from now, we will share what officials in PURA and the Regional Water Authority had to say about it. Joe Monti is on the story. He'll have a live report for you coming up at 6:30. Meantime, this morning, a family in Preston is trying to locate a man with dementia who's gone missing. Fox 61's Tim Latow spoke with the man's daughter-in-law and what she's asking people to do to help try and find him.
Family members of a missing Preston man are hoping dozens of volunteers show up here on Saturday to help look for him. The family tells me it's been 4 weeks since he got out of his house through a basement window.
To please check their sheds, their garages, their boats, their RVs, any outbuildings. We need them to check those buildings.
It's the family's plea to New London County to look for their patriarch, 72-year-old Henry Hood, who was diagnosed with dementia 2 years ago. His daughter-in-law, Kimberly Boyle, says he was under supervision by family at home, where all doors were locked and secure, but he got out through a basement window. She says state police have ended their search, so now Boyle will lead volunteers this Saturday to search a 2-mile radius around Hood's house.
There's been no positive sightings of him, and that just makes us feel like he is in those woods. He never made it out of the woods here.
Kristen Casado of the Alzheimer's Association Connecticut chapter says the majority of people diagnosed with dementia will wander at some point.
6 out of 10 people with dementia will wander, so it is absolutely a real concern. Something like the Purple Alert is another tool that can help hopefully bring families back together in a quicker manner.
The Purple Alert is a new notification system launched in May by Connecticut law enforcement to help notify the public of a missing adult with a cognitive condition more quickly. And in 2024, state leaders worked with the Alzheimer's Association of Connecticut to create Bring Me Back Home, an online registry.
Bring Me Back Home is a safe state registry where you put the information in about your person who has dementia, a recent picture, where they used to live, where they used to work, perhaps their native language.
The past 4 weeks have been draining for the Hood family, but it hasn't snuffed out their last bit of hope to find the man they all call Pops.
Are you guys holding out hope, though, that he could be alive out there?
Yeah, absolutely. Absolutely. Every day that goes by, it gets grimmer and grimmer, though.
And if you want to get involved in the search, we'll have more information on our website at fox61.com. In Preston, Tim Lateau, Fox 61.